Happy New Year, folks. I hope you guys have had a fantastic Christmas and holiday season and that you're looking forward to 2022 after the last couple of years that we've had. So it's a year filled with promise, and the promise begins for me with the Z9. So this is my official unboxing video of my Z9, which I picked up on the 29th of December, but I've held off doing the opening till now, just for you guys. So I'm going to have a first look of this as well. And so thank you, Nikon India, for shipping this across to me. I had pre-ordered this on the Nikon website, and I wasn't expecting to get it this early, so I'm really, really happy. So thank you, Nikon India. And without much further ado, let's have a look at what the Z9 package is all about. So the first thing that I want to tell you, so that's the Z9 box. And this is the adapter, the charging adapter. That's the FTZ2 mount adapter, which I would need to mount most of my lenses because I don't have any mirrorless lenses. And then there's the CF Express card. So what I will do is I'll put these aside for the moment because that's not as important. But we will start with this. So as you can see, I've not opened the box yet. Okay, so let's see. We have got a bunch of documents, Z9 user manual. So I guess these days, most of these things are available online, but it's always good to have one in the box. Details about the service centers, which you would need. Loyalty program details, and a little 2-year comprehensive warranty. So you can have a look at that. And a little Z series sticker to round it off. So put that aside. And oops. Obviously I'm doing this in reverse as I'm opening for you guys. So the first thing that we would look at is there's two things that come in the box. You have the peripherals, and then you have the camera. So I'll get to the camera next. But first up in this, there seem to be a bag of little plastic mounts, maybe for tethering or something like that. So I will put that aside. That's USB-C charging cable. Nikon Z series camera strap, and battery. So this is the new EN-EL18D battery. So I'll come back to the battery in a moment. And now on to the main event. And I can tell straight away that when everyone talks about mirrorless being super light and small, this isn't. But I don't have a problem with that because for me it's familiar. The size, the weight, the heft of it. So let me just get rid of that. And this is what I've been waiting for. And to me, this is so familiar because this feels exactly like my D5. So when I reach out to pick it up to grab it, there's that familiarity. And in the size, in the grip, in the heft of it, in the weight of it. So let's make no mistake about it. While people talk about mirrorless cameras being a lot lighter, this is not one of those because it's designed to be an absolute beast. It's a tank in your hand. That's what it's about. And it's meant to be rugged and to take no nonsense. That's exactly what Nikon cameras have always been about. You could throw everything at them and they're still going to come out, absolutely doing every single thing that you want them to do. So we're talking about 45.7 megapixels, shooting 20 frames per second raw, up to 120 frames per second in high-speed frame capture, which is only JPEG, but still, it's an industry first. No blackout EVF, 8K ultra-high definition, and ultra slow-mo at 4K 120 FPS. No mechanical shutter, an industry first again. And so it's got tilting and articulating screen, which was something I always missed with the D5. And it's finally here. So you have an articulating screen. You click that little lever to the side, and you can also articulate it to the left and right. Gives you a little bit more range of motion. And yeah, to me, the build quality, the feel of it, so that's the screen at the back. That's what it looks like. So if you're a D5 or a D6 or maybe even a D4S user, you will see how similar this is. So there's that sort of evolution, but Nikon keeps so much of the ergonomics, so much of the layout, because if you're a pro camera user, you're not looking for your buttons. You're kind of automatically, your thumb and your fingers are searching for the buttons that you need because you're not taking your eye off. And that's exactly what you need. At the same time, there are new buttons and features added to the existing layout, so which is something that you would need to get used to. The fact that this has an integrated grip and you could shoot both vertical and horizontal is absolutely smashing. And the familiarities with the dials, so you can see your choosing your mode, your bracketing, all of those things. Absolutely fantastic. So this is where your battery is going to go. And this is what I wanted to talk to you about when I was talking about the battery, the ENEL 18D compared to the ENEL 18A, which I had. In terms of size, they're actually virtually identical, but it's a smidgen lighter than that. So initially I thought that it was actually smaller, but they're not smaller. It's actually the same size, but maybe just a tad lighter. And here's the thing, that you could charge your camera with this in your system with, the charger adapter. So this plugs in directly to the USB-C. So when you come back from shooting, you don't have to take the camera out. You can just leave it. You don't have to take the battery out of the camera. You can just leave it in there, charge by plugging this in, and charge directly into the camera. So which is a fantastic feature. But one of the things I wanted to mention is that, like when I bought my D5, that came standard. You had a charger with it or a charging block. The new Z9 has a much sleeker charger, and it's the MH33. But for some reason, that hasn't been shipped with the order in India. So India is one of those few countries that hasn't got it. And apparently, if you've pre-ordered, they've not sent it, but the second set of orders are going to be getting it along with the camera. So that's good news for you guys. But for those of us who had already ordered, we have to buy it separately. Nikon is not going to replace, or is not going to send us that charger retroactively. So Nikon, I think you're kind of missing a trick by not providing us that. And so what that would do, you could also charge a lot of the ENEL 18 series with that charger as well, but not the ENEL 18A, which is what this is. So this is the ENEL 18A series. So you can't charge this. You can charge the C, the D, I think even the B, ENEL 18B, C, and D with the MH33 charger. And even though this camera can take this battery and shoot with it, I can't charge this in the camera. So keep that in mind if you're a D5 or a D6 user and you're still keeping that system as, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So now this is my primary camera and the D5, and I never thought I would ever say this, that one day my D5 would be my secondary camera, but here we are. Today's the day. So the other thing that if you are ordering a Z9 camera and you've not used a mirrorless, or you don't own a mirrorless system, you would have to order one of these separately. It does not come with a pack, which is your FTZ2 adapter. So I had to order this separately because I don't have a mirrorless system. This is my first mirrorless camera. So see the name there, the FTZ2. So for my D500, 70-200, any of those lenses that are not Z series lenses, I would need this to use for the Z9. So please keep that in mind. If you're ordering, you would need to order this separately. It does not ship with a Z9. What does come with the Z9 is, like I said, the charger. And then you also have this. This is about, apparently MRP is about 61,000 rupees. And that's an Acer CF Express Type B CFE 100. The read speed is, or the write speed is 1600 Mbps, and the read speed is about 1000 Mbps. So it's pretty good. It's not the absolute fastest that's out there. So I think you have like the Delkin Black and a couple of others you may consider. A 256 GB, and this comes with the camera. So it's definitely a good start. And this is something that would also help me, because here's the other thing. This can take CF Express and an XQD. So for me, that's a great thing, because I use with my D5, I use XQD cards. So I can always, in a pinch, use my XQD card as a backup in the Z9 system. So it's nice to have that sort of shareability between those two. Yeah, so if you have any questions, just let me know. So this isn't a review, this is just my unboxing video with my initial thoughts, and I can't wait to get out there and use this. Happy New Year to you guys once again, and if you're considering the Z9, remember that it will take a little while because of orders worldwide, but if you haven't ordered yet, so now you know that you would be getting the MH33 charger with the set, which people like me who ordered in the first batch didn't get. So it's a good thing for you guys. And Jan 5th is going to be the first firmware update, which Nikon has already announced. So there's going to be quite a bit of speed-related upgrades. So you might want to keep track of that. And that's something that I knew was going to happen, or at least I hope was going to happen, knowing the way that Nikon has been planning this. So Nikon, it took you a little while to get to the party, but boy, what an entrance you've made to the party this year, and all eyes are on you. So you guys, thank you very much for staying through to the end of the video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. And if you haven't yet hit that like or subscribe button, now's a very good time to do it. And I will see you guys in the next video. And until then, may the focus be with you.